How's it going, guys and girls? Hope you guys are having a great week. So I am back today to continue on my monthly series, which is talking about some of the big releases in January 2020. I am sorry that this video is a little bit late. I do usually try to bring this out on the first day of each month, but obviously, as you guys know, I've uploaded a lot of content recently and I've just been busy trying to catch up with end of year reviews and that kind of thing. So it's the first chance I've had to do some research and to sit down and record this, but I'm going to actually change the style of these a little bit more. So instead of talking about the top 5 game releases, I'm actually going to cover the top 10 game releases in January 2020, and I'm going to try and keep this a little bit quicker and a little bit punchier. So please let me know what you guys think of this new format or in the comment section below, and of course if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and share the content. Any support you can give is of course hugely appreciated. But anyway, let's get straight to it. So here are the top 10 game releases in January 2020. Number 1, Monster Hunter World Iceborn. This is a massive paid expansion to 2018's Monster Hunter World. Iceborn adds new hunting areas, monsters, quests, and additional story content taking place after the events of World. It adds a 3rd overall rank to hunters called Master Rank and more difficult hunts, new armor sets and weapon upgrades, and some new game mechanics like the Clutch Claw, rideable tamed smaller creatures which can be used to fast travel, and some additional combat moves. This is a massive expansion to the already great Monster Hunter World, and it actually came out in September 2019 on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and it finally came to PC on the 9th of January. Number 2, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So this game is developed by CyberConnect 2 and published by Bandai Namco. Now CyberConnect 2 are well known for being the makers of the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm series. It actually retells the story of the Dragon Ball Z anime, revisiting many of the saga's classic moments. Some confirmed moments include the Saiyan saga, the Frieza saga, Cell's game saga, and more. It is a massive action RPG set in a semi-open world. It has tons of side content and memorable characters from the franchise. It does have a story campaign which involves some pretty epic moments and of course incredible battles, which is to be expected from CyberConnect 2, and it does include fully animated cutscenes which are voice acted in both Japanese and English. You get to play as multiple characters throughout the story, and it offers roughly about 35 hours worth of content. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot was released on the 17th of January, and it is available on the PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One. Number 3, Moons of Madness. Developed and published by Rock Pocket Games, the developers are calling it a true cosmic horror. It is played from a first-person perspective, and you play the role of Shane Newhart, a technician stationed on the Invictus, a state-of-the-art Mars research station designed to identify a mysterious signal coming from the red planet. Your job is to simply keep the lights on until the transport ship Kairano arrives, bringing with it a new team to take over your duties. You soon discover strange and unusual setbacks. The security system is on lockdown, the greenhouse is flooded, and there is Martian dust leaking into the infirmary. Eventually, you begin seeing and hearing strange things that aren't there, visions and hallucinations that are very Lovecraftian and terrifying. Sound interesting? Well, this game came out on the 22nd of October last year, and it will be available from the 21st of January on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Number 4, Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. Developed and published by Square Enix, this is an upcoming DLC expansion to Kingdom Hearts 3. Remind tells the other tale that unfolded during the climax of Kingdom Hearts 3. In the DLC, determined to rescue Kairi, Sora travels to the Keyblade graveyard a short time before the final battle. Lacking a corporal form, he traces the hearts of the 7 Guardians of Light. Through experiencing their personal battles firsthand, Sora will discover truths that he never imagined. The DLC is a response to criticisms laid against Kingdom Hearts 3 for the lack of Final Fantasy characters despite their prominence in earlier games. Well, according to the developers, some key Final Fantasy characters will return, along with some new boss battles, new abilities, and 2 new keyblades, each with their own form changes called the Oathkeeper and Oblivion. Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind is available for purchase on the 23rd of January and will be available exclusively on the PlayStation 4. Number 5, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD. This game is developed and published by Oddworld Inhabitants Inc. and it is a first-person indie action-adventure game. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD is actually a remastered version of the 2005 game that first came out on the original Xbox. The game details the adventures of Stranger, a fearsome bounty hunter. Set in the dusty, undeveloped wastelands of Western Mudos, the cantankerous townsfolk find their settlements besieged by outlaws. Along comes Stranger, who pursues and captures outlaws in order to collect bounties. His job is to earn enough moolah, the in-game currency, to pay for a mysterious life-saving operation. Players can choose to capture the bounties alive or dead, receiving more rewards for the former. The game also uses both third-person and first-person perspectives. In third person, you control Stranger when traveling long distances, platforming, jumping, rope climbing, and in melee combat, and in first person, ranged weapons are used also. Sound interesting? Well, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD is available for purchase on the 23rd of January and it will be available exclusively on the Nintendo Switch. Number 6, Mosaic. This is an incredibly interesting looking indie title that came out on PC on the 5th of December 2019. It is developed by Norwegian developer Krillbyte Studio. Mosaic is a narrative-driven modern adventure with a story campaign that lasts roughly about 2 to 3 hours. As the player character, you live a monotonous and repetitive lonely life in a cold, overpopulated, ever-expanding city. Your phone distracts you with meaningless notifications as you move through anonymous crowds on your way to work at a mega corporation where yet another long day with overtime awaits. It is a game with a visual style that is reminiscent of games like Inside. Mosaic is a game about escaping the mundanity of life. It is available on the 23rd of January and will be available to play on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Number 7, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. This is a VR video game developed and published by Skydance Interactive. Saints and Sinners offers the opportunity for gamers to immerse themselves in the world of The Walking Dead in an entirely new way through a campaign that lasts roughly 15 hours. It is set in the flooded remains of New Orleans. The game challenges players to make their way through levels as they explore what has become a brutal, unforgiving wasteland. Players will have to deal with other NPCs struggling to survive. In the words of the developers, in the world of The Walking Dead, the walkers are the least of your problems. Will you choose the path of a saint or that of a sinner? You have watched and played in the world of The Walking Dead, get ready to live it. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is set for release on the 23rd of January and will be available on PC VR. Number 8, Journey to the Savage Planet. Developed by Typhoon Studios and published by 505 Games, Journey to the Savage Planet is a solo and online co-op adventure game set in a bright and colourful alien world filled with weird and wonderful creatures. As an employee of Kindred Aerospace, an interstellar exploration company, you are dropped onto an uncharted planet, starting off with high hopes but little equipment and no real plan. Your job is to explore, catalogue alien flora and fauna, and determine if this planet is fit for human habitation. Journey to the Savage Planet is released on the 28th of January and will be available on the PC and Xbox One. Number 9, Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. This game is developed by Obsidian Entertainment and it was released actually back on PC in May 2018, and it will finally be available on home console in January. The highly acclaimed sequel to 2015's Pillars of Eternity places gamers back in the world of Aora. It is a deep single-player RPG experience played from an isometric perspective. Deadfire focuses on seafaring and island exploration. The player assumes the role of a Watcher, a character with an ability to look into other people's souls and read their memories as well as their past lives. The story begins 5 years after the events of the first game. Players pursue a rogue god over land and sea. You captain your own ship on a dangerous voyage of discovery across the vast unexplored archipelago region of Deadfire. Including detailed character customization, total freedom of exploration, you can build your party and customize your companions, choosing from 7 different companions to join you on your quest. Deadfire builds on the foundations of classic D&D gameplay with vastly improved graphics, deeper game mechanics, and a whole new handcrafted adventure where choices truly matter. This fantastic game is available on the 28th of January and will be available to play on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Number 10, Through the Darkest of Times. This interesting looking game is developed by Paint Bucket Games and published by Handy Games. Through the Darkest of Times is a strategy game that lets you play a resistance group in Third Reich Berlin. The game covers the entire time from Hitler's seizure of power in 1933 to Germany's unconditional surrender in 1945. You plan the actions of your group while at the time trying to balance the morale of your members, get resources needed for the actions, and avoid getting caught by the Gestapo, the secret police. Big political events happen in the game following the actual historical timeline and influence your options on what happens to your group. Your members are fictional and procedurally generated on each playthrough. They come with different personalities, abilities, and views. As leader of the group, it is your job to fight the regime by winning the hearts and minds of the people, holding your group together and leading them through the darkest of times. This intriguing sounding game comes out on the 30th of January and will be available on the PC. So there you have it, guys. Those are the top 10 games coming out in January 2020. Let me know what you guys think of these games in the comment section below. Are there any in this list that you think look interesting and might be worth a pickup? Are there any in this list that you're already playing? Please let me know in the comment section below. I will be back again on the 1st of February with my top 10 game releases in February, so please look forward to that. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great week. Take care, and as always, happy gaming. Bye, guys.